Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Scrims. Unfortunately, we had a slight issue with the delay, but you shouldn't miss anything. And if you do, you will be able to see everything at the YouTube. Because I'm also recording this. If we have more issues, I'll upload the recording and you should be able to view everything tomorrow. We're also streaming live on YouTube as well. Today's lobby is stacked as hell. We have only pro teams except for, well, 3 teams, but also these 3 teams are as well pro teams. I see that my camera is lagging. Let me fix that for a second. I know what will fix it, so yeah, that's looking better. All right, so let's hop over to the leaderboard and check it out. As you can see, joining us today will be Ascend, the BB team, Bushido, Don't Panic, Eternal Fire, Fairy Tail, the Face Clan, Furia, GK Esports, Hive, Natos Vincere, ROC Esports, Team Liquid, The Mythoff, Toyo, Twisted Minds, and Virtus Pro. And since I am hearing that my audio is clipping again, I'm gonna disconnect my mic for a second. And this should hopefully fix it, and I should sound a bit better as before. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what's causing this. I thought it might be the cable, and I fixed and switched the cable. I thought it might be the microphone, but I switched the microphone as well. So the only thing I can think of is that it is the Rode capture card I use for the sound, for the XLR, but I switched that as well. So, and I also switched everything in my PC. So I'm not quite sure what it's causing this, but yeah, we'll have to live with this. And if I see and hear that it's causing trouble again, I'll also try to disconnect and start it up again, and hopefully that should be working. So, lobby's full, as you can see, and we have a lot of teams here currently preparing for EWC, which are also at the EWC already or already traveled and will play from there. So we have a slight discrepancy between teams playing from EWC and from, yeah, our places here. So it's interesting. Well, it seems that we lost Hiruzen in the midterm. Honor was lucky. When could move him, Hiruzen wasn't as lucky. So let's hop over. Match number 1. And my mic is fucked again. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm gonna reconnect in a few seconds, but before that, I'll update my settings in-game. Right, this looks fine. Go there, go here, here. And obviously, we will hop over to the match with you while I reconnect my sound. And hopefully, after that, it's fixed. As you can see, we are live with match number 1 almost. But before that, my sound will be reconnected. Right. We have our timer on YouTube and on Twitch. So that means this is working. My sound sounds better as well. So hopefully this will be working out as well. And once everything is settled, yeah, we should be good to go. And as you can see, our plane pass leans from the left to the right. And we'll hop over into the plane in a few seconds. As you can see, the plane is on its way, which means 68 players will search for their chicken dinner, plus 5 coaches. This means we will have a lot of fun, hopefully. For the WC teams, yes, obviously. Team Liquid over here. Halo, Purdy, Sparking, Luke. Purdy did help out in a few matches in the last few days. While we have the first teams dropping out with ROC Esports and Ascent. Quite similar color with the purple. Then we have Don't Panic and Team Liquid going for Hospital, Georgia Pole, that region. Hive in Gatka. GK going for the Ferry Pier. Eternal Fire going for a Pochinki split with Schiller most likely going for a car here at the crossroads. Navi going for their usual split. Toyo Esports going for the Boatyard. VP going for Severny, with Sovereign being, or Nixie being a bit, well, parted from his teammates. Then we have Furia with School and Apps. Yasnaya being played by Fairy Tale. Face going for Milter. Bushido playing their usual Crossroads shelters, new compound shelter split. Then we have TMO, who are quite unsure where to go at the moment. BB team with Milter. And last but not least, Twisted Minds with their Lipovka split. So I guess that we will see TMO in Mansion most likely. Stat over here quite close to the players from Twisted Minds. Lou might be going for the top hill yeah, he's going for the low hill compound. But he's quite close to Stat, who just jumps over that barrier. But that might be interesting to see between those two. There might be a fight there, even though it's first circle. And sound is fucked again. All right. Lou already approaching. Wants to take a chunk out of Stead. That's the difference between those two. Lou, no, Stead is there. Stead, not so much. Question is, will Stead jump out the front or out the back? Looks like he'll jump out the back. Good for him, though. If he would have jumped out the other side, that would have been payday for Lou. I with him. I would go over here because the chance he might. Oh, I gotta correct myself. Stat wasn't as lucky. He wanted to go out from the back. I figured he would just loot here, go to the top, and then go through to the 3-stack. But he decided to drop out in the back. And this is our first kill in this match. Let's see what else we have. Hive versus Eternal Fire. Quite close here, goes down. Shanken is close as well. Already crashed into the yellow. You can see the mat arriving in a buggy, and that is not good for him. Get the mat. Quepper with the flush against rocks. 1-1 trade between those two teams. Dante with thunder in hand from above. It's Schengen though. Schiller with the re-knock. Dante takes himself out with his Panzer. Zanti just tries to drive by. The last remaining player for Hive. From above, Sparking takes the kill for Team Liquid. We're already on the high ground. Buddy with the faulty. Presenti not sure if he should fight. Maybe try to get the blue chips. Or if he should retreat. And decide for the later. This means Eternal Fire has taken a hold of this component. As you can see, there's a lot of cars already here. Marco already taken them to build a barrier at the blue chip recall tower. Still taking hold. As you can see, there's a lot of movement already. And here, Presenti is in trouble, fighting against Quizzy and being eliminated by him. GK takes him out. That is the next kill in this match. In this case, against Presenti. Hectori, quite close to Capitan. Not able to get a hit in. Bushido currently getting shot at. Benja, top of the hill. Luke with the knock against Quetba. Oh, Benja getting shot at by the Kraken. Oh, and it looks like Team Liquid is pushing over here. Alo and Purdy pushing against Eternal Fire. Only Code Marco is left. Nate gets no knock. Well done, Team Liquid. Purdy just barely survives with 1 HP. Quite sure who got a recall here. All over here, Crossberg. Let's try to get into the fight here between Bushido and Tobio. Amix, quite close. Unfortunately, he decides to retreat there. Watch out, just above him. And he gets that knock. Tiran Capitan. The only two last remaining members on their feet here for Bushido. Crossberg already gets hits. Tries to reload. Baton trying to get an angle in. That leaves less cover for Crossberg. Oh, and he sees Kaspatan. Benja flushed as well. Adira, the last remaining member for Toyo. And Alo now saying, alright, we finished the first fight. Let's take the next one. Finds Crossberg over there. He's Celtic as well. The advantage point for him. Bay going for the rest. Halo is one of the few PUBG players I had the honor of meeting personally. Here on out up against Celtic. Adira is eliminated. Alo does it again. Retreats just after that knock. After that kill. So this just leaves Bushido still standing. They might even be able to get the rest on Celtic. Crossberg is not sure if he should or should not go for the run. Sand also currently on sand. Roxco and Chris over here in the car. Fighting with Aniko today. All over here. Keely says, let's fly. And he spots ROC. One of the South American teams. Ruben Zoltz. So it's still holding that compound for Navi. Oh, Killy. Seems a little bit. He's flying, otherwise that would be really, really interesting. Circle shifts in favor of Team Liquid, as well as of the up and down in hands of DK Esports. Let's see if they are able to find the right angle. They still have 2 compounds. Nice tags by Divix. Divix finally able. Last time GK played on LAN, he wasn't able to join them, which was PGS 7 and 8 for EWC. He joined the team and will play now. And in the qualifiers, he just hit about everything. Was the main had the kill top 10 with first place in the kill top 10 with 32 kills. Team Liquid fighting against Virtus Pro. Luke with Molly. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Nate Balukarux was better though. Finds Alo. Oh, Purdy's coming in from behind. That's huge. Sparking now with the knock against Beamy. Purdy finds correct. See, spray coming out. That's the next knock. Sparking. Just leaves Nixie, who gets killed by Sparking. And that means Team Liquid annihilates a Virtus Pro. Halo has to watch out though. Nice shots from the back by GK. No hits. For Bright Side, for Fairy Tail is popping tires as well. In the back we can see Twisted Minds arriving. Conf decides to not play for that job. If he saw it. That's a biggish question. So we can see TMO will be arriving in the circle shortly. Shots by April in the direction of Fairy Tail. Of Team Liquid. Let's see, what else do we have at the moment? So far, nothing which might be really special. Killy has found Stead. But unfortunately, has neither heal nor any vest, helmet, weapon, whatever. Bad for him. Might be good for Brexco. Killy should have seen that Stead had no util or anything. Sparta will pick him up now. Or not. I don't know. Stead says, hey, let me heal first. So finally had at least found some heal. While FaZe is eliminated by Navi. I guess it happened over here. And Navi is in trouble now against Team Liquid. Sausage, Hackatori, Bayer is down. That just leaves Axtons. Halo already in the BRDM. Purdy with the flush against Fairist. Shots by Extens in his direction. The BB team might be facing off against Furia in a few seconds. Well, I'm quite unsure what exactly is causing my microphone problems. Especially with a lobby like this, I don't want to really focus on that. I would love to focus on the cast. Oh well. We'll have to play the cards we're dealt with. Gisera, in a good position, has an angle against the BB team. Spots Molodok there. Late in hand. Best to not have seen him. Yeah, best to have seen him. TMO in trouble. Don't panic might be what will kill him. First knock against Sparta. And Bad Peak has been knocked out as well. That really was a bad peak. This was trying to arrive somewhere in the circle. Might have to face off against Conf in a few seconds if he continues like that. Circle in favor of Team Liquid. Good for them. Exton still the last remaining player for Navi. Bushido with the recall. We can see that Chris and Killy have seen Justus arriving. That's still out in the blues, going for the loot. And I didn't have loot. Let me loot your bodies. Quite sure if that's wise. Shots by Fairy Tail in the direction of Twisted Minds. Factix trying to cross over the bridge. As the last remaining player, Lou says, alright, if you shoot, I shoot. Driving against the circle now. Bushido's lucky though, because they did the recall. And that means Nakyop will come back. Chris was found. Conf got the kill over here. The Chris down there has been eliminated. Monaco and Kiyakai now approaching top hill position, while Justus might find some new friends in form of Don't Panic. Just back in it. Aniko trying to push forwards, getting cover fire from Kiyakai. And that nade, not too bad. Better nade by Aniko though. Next coming in as well. On the other side, the remaining players of Fairy Tail are coming close. I just muted myself. Well, unfortunately, Ascend eliminated that nade right in the face of Annie. Good one by Braxco. Bright side arriving as well, while we see Syntastico has been eliminated. Knocked. At least getting the knock-in against Skike. Right, against formerly PewDD. Now DKDD. He's driving around in the BRDM searching for players. And he has seen Divix there. or the best possible route to just run him over, I guess. They look quite close as well. The Tactics knocked. Might be another kill for Team Liquid. Look, unfortunately quite open though. Sparkin retreating into the yellow. Panzer in hand of Bosser, and he gets the knock against Luke. 1 HP remained. That's burning. He's lucky that he wasn't eliminated there. Back in with the knock against Perfectix. Batu now the last remaining player for Twisted Minds. 15 kills already for Team Liquid. They're showing that they want to get that EWC chicken and the win. Batu with the knock against Yuzera. Well, that nade from Kwanzin finds him and eliminates him. Twisted Minds out on ring 10. Purdy now says, alright, I found our next opponents. Or not. He's not quite sure. Let's see if he is actually happy or not. On top of the hill, we see that Don't Panic is advancing. Stead right behind Don't Panic. Has seen Flores. Flores has seen him now, but Stead with a good knock. Arca is coming close. Nate in hand of Stead. Might be underhand. Nope, it's the foul one. Gets a flush. What will he do now? Nate. A bit too far. Pushing forwards. Global Army and Tarkis. That's it for Stead. He wanted to heal. Wasn't able to. And that means the miss-off has been eliminated on rank 8. April spotted by CCI next. Well, I will try to fix those microphone issues in the break after this match. This is pissing me off. Team Liquid now getting pushed above Fairy Tail. Or not, just happily shooting in every direction. Don't Panic in a good position above GK, which they seemingly don't know of. GKDD with the knock against Global Army. Sorry about that. Fix it at least for a second. CCI next now going for the rest. Spyro with the kill against Tarkis. Divix moving forwards with the back turn to CCI next. Now from above, GKDD. Good shot, and that's it. Don't Panic eliminated on ring 5. Which means we have 3 teams left, which are, or were full. GK left with 3 players. Fairy Tail, Team Liquid, and the Baboom team. The BB team left with 4 players. Barely clinging to life though. A doozy. Almost run over by Purdy. And from the side, Sparking gets a kill while Purdy distracts a doozy. Unfortunate for the BB team. Still Fairy Tail holding themselves back a bit, right side trying with the MG3 to maybe blow the BRDM. Sparrow looking up against Sparking. Takes him out. Sees Halo as well. Nice headshot. Or, well, it was more shoulder, but still, nice shot. Now it's 4 against 3 against 3. Fairy Tale with a number advantage. Especially since GK is facing against Team Liquid. And focusing on them. So I'm just waiting for a push from one of the teams. Might have seen Spiral there for a brief moment. Not 100% sure, but at least has the MK in hand. My favorite DMR in the game. Purdy with the P90 from the fresh airdrop. Let's hop over and see if we can catch all the action in a picture. There we go. As you can see, the last 10 remaining players. 3 each for GK and Team Liquid, 4 for Fairy Tale. And Team Liquid is the team which is in the circle, because the circle middle point would be just around here. Might be easy for GK to advance if they take the lower part of the hill. They could get till here-ish. And Luke would know that. And Fairy Tale, well, they would need to move to here. So this is a bit more, or a bit easier for GK than for Fairy Tale. Let's see what GK's plan is. It looks like they want to take the approach I described. Taking the right side of the Mount Everest. Because they know the left side is played by Fairy Tale. Question is, who will face off against whom first? Is he just waiting for Fairy Tale to advance? Team Liquid waiting for both teams. Luke. 19 kills already in the hands of Team Liquid. 6 for Alo, 5 for Luke, 4 each for Purdy and Sparking. 828 damage by Alo. 822 by Luke. Just barely clinging on to second. Pushed now by GK on the right side. This might be what the Fairy Tale needs. You can see that concept just in front of Purdy. And Purdy does not see it. Not with the knock. Luke with the knock against Brightside though. And now Team Liquid is in trouble. Halo trying to hold the angle. Well, GK now has the advantage. They could push forwards if they wanted. And he now with the knock against Luke. Halo needs to go for the race. He can't. Is he retreating? Gets the kill against Purdy. This just leaves us with 8 players. 9 players now. Look back on his feet. Not moving forwards against EKDD. Sees him a tad too late. Nate's coming out. Both hitting, though. Hold on. See if I'm on the right side. I'm not quite sure he wanted to do that. Because he's now taken the right side. I doubt he'll be able to get Spyro or KKDD back on their feet. That's the moment Alo has been waiting for. Nate. Flash. Good position for Alo. Takes from above and he gets a kill. Now it's 4 against 2. Can Luke and Alo clutch this? Or will Fairy Tale be the team winning this? Oh, nice nade against Annie by Alo. Gets another knock in. Another nice shots. Right side with the MG3. Flash in hand off Alo. Sees right side. Another knock and that's it. GG, well played. What with a chicken dinner. Team Liquid with 23 kills and 3,119 damage. As well as 13 assists. Taken home that chicken in a 33 points in a single match. That's a statement. And that means we'll hop over for a quick break and hopefully my sound will work better after that. And we'll be back with match number 2 and the obvious leaderboard. Saying that Team Liquid is ready and hyped for EWC might be an understatement, seeing as they are top in the league. What happened there? Hello. I did click not on ending. Seeing as they are currently leading the pack with 33 points, double what the second place Fairy Tail has with 16. Then we have 12 points for GK, 8 each for the BB team and Don't Panic, 6 for Furia, 4 each for Bushido and Navi, 2 for the Miss of Twisted Minds and Eternal Fire, and 1 each for Toyo and Hive. ROC, Ascent, Face, and Virtus Pro unfortunately without points so far. And now, we are almost ready for match number 2, which will take us again to the beautiful map that started it all. Let's hop over to our angle. And there we go. As you can see, our flight path leaves a bit to be desired for the teams. Just a tad, though. This should be roughly the area the teams can reach, very roughly. So everything above here, Starber, Severny, Yasnaya, Kameshki, is not reachable for them, at least not by dropping there. But they still can drive there without a doubt. And here you see it, the plane for match number 2. 68 players again will search for the for the winner chicken dinner. Let's follow and see who drops away. First out are ROC, BB team, Face, Twisted Minds, Navi and Bushido, as well as Fairy Tail. Following them are Eternal Fire and GK Esports, as well as Furia. Then we have Hive and Toyo, as well as VP, Don't Panic, Team Liquid, and last but not least, TMO and Ascend. Ascend really taking their sweet time this time. Going for North George / Zarky, it seems. North George most likely will be played by TMO, or South George will be played by Team Liquid. Then we can see Hospital played, or is the Hospital split by Don't Panic. Easy Gatka for our friends from Hive. We see Boatyard and Rockshock played by Toyo Esports. Nothing new there. Circle shifts in favor of Sosnovka Island. Most likely any team needs to move there, which means the bridges will be frequented, as well as obviously all other methods of transportation, being it the emergency pickups, cars, boats, ferries, you name it, even bicycles. First team, and therefore with the center of the circle is the lineup from ROC, and this right here, well, not this right here at the moment, this right here might be the most valuable spot in the circle, because from up here you can fight almost across the whole map. And this could also be the winning spot in the end. We had endings quite close here, we had endings quite close here, we had endings around here, endings over there, endings down there. So everything is possible if you get this spot. And ROC is in the best position to do so. And as you can see, Souls, Ruben, and Beal are already on the way to the top of Mount Sosnovka. At least that's what I dub it. Oop. Also in a bit of trouble there. But yeah, first team to move. Second team to move, our Team Liquid, who found an emergency pickup over here at the boatyard, or in the containers. Currently sharing a bit of loot. Alo, Purdy, Sparking, and Luke. 23 kills just in match number 1. That is definitely enough to get them a few chicken dinners. Let's see if their luck will hold, or if their skill will hold, or if someone else might take that chunk out of the chicken dinner. Face the first team to cross the bridge. Shots coming out by Navi. Well, they just shot on the barrels there. Then we have GK on the other side. Divik still looting here. I'm not quite sure what's his idea. But Hive is quite close to him. Next team to use the emergency pickups is Toyo Esports. Or we can see a BRDM for the team from Furia. I'm not quite sure who will fight first. But I guess it might either be Hive versus Eternal Fire or Face against ROC/Team Liquid. But let's hop over here because Preventi is getting a present by Code Marco. Nice spray there. Next knock against Dante. And the match this time gets knocked by Schengen. Let's trade a bit. With both coming in. 8 in hand. This is not looking too good for Hive. Already losing 2 players. Liquid will take the back part. Next team arriving by boat. That looked interesting. Other BB team. DivX with the knock against Code Marco. Helping Hive in the process. So Schengen now the last remaining player on his feet. Go for the rest. He has no first aid. Gets one from Rocks. Ripper with nade in hand. That might be a good one. And it is. Hive eliminated. Eternal Fire is successful in that fight. Divik's now in the glider. Almost out of fuel. Not looking too good for him. You can see shots from ROC in the direction of Face. Ah. And Bushido might be running into BB team. And Aduzi says, welcome, Celtic. Nice of you to check in. Please check out again. You overstayed your welcome. Back, like I said, we can see Face. Namsamnida. Should be James, if I'm not mistaken. Gustav. Fax. And I'm missing number 4 now. Vard. That was the name I was searching for. Berg with nice shots in the direction of Phil first. Gets another attack in. Red zone for GK. They made it to the other side. Ascent on the move. VP taking the emergency pickup. Twisted still waiting there. They did find a boat. They might be going and swimming. Might be going for a dip there. Do refill first. Basto. Look with knock against Matt Bay. Basto waiting for someone to approach from behind, and Naked might be able to do so. seen Phil first. Not seen Besto yet. Might have heard him. Hit against Molodoct. Berg wants to go for the rest on McBay. Team Liquid. Face. And the BB team have something against that though. Oh. Might be a lot of usual flying in there. Crossberg and Matt Bay knocked. Nice spray by a doozy. This just leaves Nakeop. Says, oh my. Oh my god. I guess I'll try to hide. Bato in the glider. Might have seen him. Nakeop might be hiding in here. Like it. Shots in the direction of Sausage. We can see emergency pickup for VP. The launcher were to drop. Circle shifted in favor of the front part of Sosnovka Island. BB team take it out. Crossberg in Met Bay. Besto knocked though. But the BB team still complete. Well, Nate Kiop is still waiting for his chance. An example might be getting him a kill. Can hear him advance, but I doubt he'll move. Oh, he has to move now. Trick and discipline is there. Phase right here, quite close to Fairy Tale. There we have Navi, Toyo on top. RC in the back, VP behind them, Team Liquid. Ascent needs to take the road over the bridge, it seems. Diffix now with the knock against Kaspidan. That happened over here. Shots in the direction of Killy. Taking the purple car, because it at least looks like the colors from Ascent. RC so far, 1 kill. That one is on the count for Syntastico. Red zone. Might make it a bit harder for the teams to stay on top of the hill. Matt, the first player for Eternal Fire to arrive on Sosnovka Island. The rest is still at the new ferry pier. At the ferry pier. Might be able to get a knock-in against Flores. One shot missing. Come on. Hit it. Oh, no. Tarka says no, bro. Or CCNX, I'm not quite sure. Oh, nice tag. Question is, has the Matt a car here? Somewhere. Nope. Looks not like it. So, they stole his car. I'm not quite sure. Oh, was there a glider? No. Not quite sure how he got there and why he is there. Well, we see Perfectix with the killer's fill first. B-team now facing off against Twisted Minds. Nate in the direction of loot. Fill first kill. Perfectix knocked. 1-1 trade between Twisted Minds and the BB team. Liquid in the back also shooting. Saying we want to take part in that. And here, quite close to Keely and Braxco. That might be interesting. Well, I might have seen his feet. Braxco and Keely both knocked by Annie. Well placed. That means both of them are eliminated, which leaves Chris and Aniko. Nice nade. Well placed. Bounces off the back stairs. Aniko might have spotted Brightside. Sparking with a knock against Namsam Nida. Or James. Or easier. Translation Hackatory with a knock against Quizzy. Aniko crossing the bridge with might be not too good for him. Considering Navi is there as well. Well, we can see Furia and TMO in a light convoy, I guess. There is with the knock against Justus. Furia not able to flush this. They're trying. And Beal gets it. For RC. Stealing that one. Now it's clashes everywhere. Aniko killed as well by Conf. Thus leaves Chris, and he gets hit by the right side. And gets some shots out there as well, but gets killed in the end. Unfortunately, is eliminated on rank 16. Navi in trouble as well. So they're going for the reds on X10s. Nate's coming in. That should be it for him. Or not. Besto with the knock against Alo. Twisted now joining in the fight. Team Liquid now joining in the fight between the BB team and Twisted. He gets a kill against Extons. Bleeding out. Hackatory moving down the steps. Waiting for Sauset to maybe go for the race. Smoking. Disable to get inside. Next circle shift in favor of the high ground. Dira in a good position, quite close to ROC. You can see Quantin with a knock against Aduzi. Dira now pushing forwards through the buildings. And that nade by Quantin finds Aduzi as well. Flush confirmed. One player less for the BB team, which leaves them with 2. Vertel moving forwards. Quetpa killed by himself. Yeah, with a knock against James. Good position over there for him. Vertel says, alright, this is our ground now. An awful lot of teams down here in Novo. The winning team will be the one which might advance. Nakyop still waiting for his chance to take the chips off his fallen comrades and maybe recall them. I mean, there is a blue chip tower over here in Novo, which might help him in the end. Question is, where should his mates find the loot? Lucarux sees Flores. Not willing to give up his position, though. Ojizara gets the knock-in against Conf. And now he's prone, and now he's knocked. That's about it. While Schiller finds a knock against Nixie. Lukerook's in trouble as well. The mat now from above with a knock. Corexi knocked as well, and that just leaves Beamy. And he takes out the remaining player from Eternal Fire. Rank 15 for them. Well, don't panic. Gets the kill against Lukerooks. And again, Corexi. Pushing forwards now. They want the kill against Beamy and Nixie. In the meantime, Furia is facing off against Navi. Beamy spotted. Quantin gets the kill against Hakatori. Me spots Global Army. But still gets knocked. And that nade from Global Army flushes Nixie, and that's it. GT well played. Thank you for coming. Virtus Pro eliminated on rank 14. Ruben spotted by Don't Panic as well. Retreating over here on the hill. I might be out of vision now. You can see RC still waiting here. They did not yet spot Toyo. But Souls are still waiting. Beal might have heard GK. Circle shifted in favor of Fairy Tail and Don't Panic. Making it out as well. Divix now with the knock against Beal. He was still open. Now Choyu is pushing forwards as well, but Souls takes him out. There and MX now leaving on rank 13. Ruben might not be able to do anything while Fantastico is making his way down the hill. Well, that was good. Souls now with the knock against GKDD. Knocked by the blue though. Felix won't be able to go for the race. We see that FaZe is making their way up the hill as well. Sparta knocked and flushed by the Kraken. Oh, James. C4 time maybe? Quite sure where he wants to go with that C4. Lekyop and Bad Peak eliminated. Which means Bushido out on rank 11. BB team still in the blue. Annie with a knock against the Space Marine. Should be Pax if I'm not mistaken. Luke still waiting for Visit to make their move. Has seen Lou. Hey, not good though. Just baffling me a bit. Nades, and that's it. GG well played. Twisted Minds eliminated on ring 8. We're moving forwards. Team Liquid moving forwards. RC so far in a good position as well as the team from Don't Panic who don't need to move. FaZe is pushing against Fairy Tail. Flash. Nice spray by April. Finds Gustav, and that's it. GG well played. FaZe eliminated on rank 7. Shot by the Kraken in the direction of Ayla, who got tagged. Swipe right. Sparking has more luck. We can also see that the BRDM will be played by the players from Furia. Birdie in a good position here. Before he was spotted by a fairy tale. Nade in the direction of Halo might be good. Well, wasn't too bad. April gets a kill against Fantastico. That means ROC has been eliminated on rank 5, and we are down to our top 4. Team Liquid this time only with 3 kills, and only 1 player left alive, which is Luke over here. Don't forget the kill against Sparking. We are so far in a good position. They do have to play uphill. That should not hinder them, though. Well, April's trying to hold his ground against Don't Panic. Oh, nice molly directly on them. And that nade by CCNX finishes him. Or knocks him. Now Annie and Conf back the high ground. Conf spotted. The looting Conf. I need some more util. Oh, bright side. Knocked back once in. That might be the chicken dinner for Furia if they continue like this. Global Army finds Annie, Fairy Tale eliminated on rank 3. 8 kills so far for Don't Panic, while Gisera finds Global Army. Tarkus has a nice angle. Xanax still waiting. As for the rest of the Global Army. Oh, that nade knocks him and flushes Global Army, and that just leaves Tarkus, the last remaining player. Spotted by Furia. Oh, nice text against the Kraken. Well, that should be it for him. Nice tech against Possa. Needs to heal last first aid. Not quite sure what Tarkus is trying. Seems not to be working though. Oh well. Repositioning himself. There's no first aids left though. He wanted and needs the hard cover. Bunsen going to the left. Possa going to the right. Break in the middle. Ah, nice headshot, and that's it. GG, well played. What a winner. Chicken dinner. Furia gets a second match with 11 kills. More kills, though, by Fairy Tale with 14 and 1,819 damage, as well as 6 assists for ROC. We'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 3. there we are back again with the updated leaderboard. 40 points for Team Liquid after this match, with 35 for Fairy Tail, 27 for Furia, 23 for Don't Panic, 15 for the BB team, 14 for GK Esports, 9 for ROC, 6 for Eternal Fire, and 5 for Navi in the top half of the leaderboard. On the second half, we have Twisted Minds and Bushido with each 4 points, 3 points for Virtus Pro, 2 each for the FaZe Clan, the Misov and Hive, 1 for Toyo, and last but not least, Ascent without points so far. Let's hop into match number 3, because we're gonna hop over to Rondo. And as you can see, our flight pass, well, is not the best the teams could have, because this should be roughly what they can reach. So everything in the top third, I guess, is not viable for them. Same as Tinlong Garden and Long Ho, as well as, well, Rinjiang will be a stretch, but might be reachable. Same for all of the other spots, but it might be a bit harder, and you might have to drive there, but you'll still be able to get there in the end. Depending though where the circle shifts, it might be a longer travel to the circle in the end. Alright, hopping out. First we have Ascent and Don't Panic, as well as TMO, followed by FaZe and Fairy Tail. Then we have Hive, Eternal Fire, and Virtus Pro. Next up, the BB team, followed by Team Liquid and ROC, which means we still have a few teams in the plane. One of them being Toyo Esports and Navi as well as Bushido. And then we still have Twisted Minds, GK Esports, and last but not least, Furia. All teams have dropped. We might have an odd drop over here in Hongsha between ROC and the BB team. BB team lands first. Locked already with weapon in hand. Unfortunately, spray against Butte is not really good. A doozy with the shots in the direction of Souls. Trying his best. Souls arriving at the back of Hongshan. Fantastico might be the first to be found by the BB team. Circle has shifted for Test Track and Neox Factory. Good for Navi, and good for Team Liquid as well, which both hold a prime position in the circle at the moment. Eastern part being played by GK. Well, we can see there's mortar fire involved. Not quite sure by whom. .58 damage by Phil first. Fantastico waiting at the car for his teammates. The question is, does ROC want to retreat, or do they want to fight? I'm not quite sure if they know who's there. Oh, Beal already on the roof. Good move. Not even sure you could get there. How did he get there? I guess he might have jumped from over here. Still waiting for the first knock or shot. But both teams, well, currently decide to play it a bit more calm to approach the situation with a clear head. Well, we can see Furia is quite close to Neox Factory already. And Navi has moved up to Test Track. Chilla might be driving into Luke and sparking. Well, Lukerux has been close to RC over here. We can see Phil first on the other roof. Together with a doozy. James has seen Annie and April. Nice headshot. Unfortunately, Vex has no scope on his Dragunov. That's the worst part that could happen. Doozy now with 67 damage. Might have seen Centaustico there. I'm not quite sure what that stone and those trees have done against Sparking, but he seems to dislike them. Can see Virtus.pro moving in the back. Not quite sure this fight will happen. As you can see, RC is going for the cars. This is not really willing to fight against Don't Panic. Letting them cross without shooting at them. Just firing off some warning shots. For Navi. You can see the situation between the BB team and ROC has been resolved almost peacefully. There were a few shots here and there. Well, we can see some fireworks. On the mat was a shot against VP. Let's be down from the side. Get some hits in against Code Marco. Lukerux has gotten awful close to the compound from Eternal Fire. Just waiting for his chance to maybe get a knock-in. Panic quite close to Fairy Tail. We can see that the BB team also has found a car and is moving now. Splitting up in two cars. Yeah, 2-2 normally, but I guess it wasn't really clear who would go into the second car. So Phil first decided, well, I'll go out there as well. Oh, Valley School dust style. You can see teams moving up into the circle. Then coming into the northern part, same goes for Twisted Mind. They might meet over here somewhere. Maybe. Lukerux still waiting for his chance against Eternal Fire. Or against one half of Eternal Fire. Liquid also with a 2-2 split. Arkin has taken some awful damage. There might have been headshots involved. Facing off against Fax there. Baidu in the direction of Sparta from TMO. Not able to get a hit in though. Team still moving forwards. Kirk still waiting in front of Eternal Fire, while Keely might drive into... Oh no, he's flying. I wanted to say, well, he might drive into the players from Hive, but looking good for... Zara has to retreat. Kraken and Example have been eliminated. Perfectix with the first kill for Twisted Minds. Quanson has been found by Ascent. Zara trying his best to get away. Also still in his buff there. And suddenly, there are clashes everywhere. Circle has shifted. As we can see, Toyo's going for a spot close to test track. That might be good for Navi. Shots in the direction of Adira. Shagging rocks with some shots in the direction of CCNX. Same goes for Killy. And Team Liquid. Everybody wants to bring that glider down, and they are successful. Oh, CCNX gets it. And gets knocked by Halo. Also gets the kill. Global Army might be able to go for the chip though. Temple coming back for Twisted Minds. Over here. Batu did get the call back. With some shots in the direction of Batu. By Celtic. Fantastico trying to face off Medbay. Face off against Medbay. But it looks like RC is retreating already. Nekop already moving forward says, well, why should I stay close to you guys? I don't know. You can fight for yourself, I guess. So we're in with the kill against the Matt. Or Nixie. Means the Bears also got the first kill. Ruben spotted by Nekjop. Osberg now coming close. Oh, Team Liquid. Oh no, Don't Panic is facing off against Faith and Team Liquid. Come out. Not looking too good for Don't Panic. They might need to start to panic now. I mean, if you're smart, Global Army, you'll take this bus and try to drive elsewhere. Chilla running over Code Marco. Circle shifted again to the northwestern part of the map. Nixie taking the emergency pickup. We can see the BB team advancing below Eternal Fire. Leader beard. Guess I'll have to add that one. Leader beard. But now with the kill against Molotov, which means BB team loses one player as well. Global Army still the last remaining player for Don't Panic. He most likely has all the blue chips he wants. Well, over here, hello. Possa is eliminated by GK Esports, which just leaves Gisera as the last remaining player. Global Army says, alright, I'm gonna go for it. Full send. Trying his best to get somewhere. Question is, where does he want to go? Most likely here. Yeah. Trying to go for the recall station. I'm not quite sure if this is wise, though. His bus is almost destroyed. And his teammates most likely will not be able to loot. BP waiting for Bushido to advance. Nixie and Corexi in a good position here. Can see Bushido approaching TMO over here. Nate is good against Bad Peak. Nekjop gets a knock against Justus as well. Rosberg's Nate might find Sparta. Yeah, that's perfect, Nate. Right in his face. And this just leaves Stead as the last well, that's facts. This just leaves Stead as the last remaining player for the miss-off. Medbay running over Sparta. Bizarra facing off against Twisted Minds. That was weird. That's it. GG, well played. Twisted Minds eliminating Jizera. Well, Global Army tries to get back into the circle. Just barely making it. Tank is full on empty. Might have seen Jeems there, but he needs to run. Shots by Stat in the direction of Nixie. Gets hit by Lukarux. It's not looking too good for him. Chris. Shots in the direction of Hakatori. And Extens. Not able to get the hit in though, but good position for them in the circle. CCO next. Might have seen Quetpa. Quetpa says, yeah, well, nice for you to show up. And he gets eliminated before grabbing a weapon. Same goes for Global Army. Regimes has finally found him. But it looks like Flores and Tarkis are able to get some weapons. He's now with a flush against Batu. Liquid in a good position. Why can't we go anywhere where our kills? So you're now fighting against Hive. Not looking too good for Hive. Down to the last remaining player. Still has the BRD ammo as help. I would have thought that Banja had a Panzer. Twisted eliminated example was spotted and found by GKDD. Oop. Lukaruk says flying is way cooler than driving. Dante, last man standing. Fantastico, last man standing. Oh, and I see a mortar over here. Where does it go from here? The direction of DK, a bit too low. Well, Don't Panic has fought against Eternal Fire and lost that fight. Killer will be down and out shortly, though. Amix eliminated. Caspitan. Adira. Last remaining players. Shots in the direction of Fairist. Ruben moving forwards. Was able to call back Beal and Souls. Tori did not see Souls arriving. But they all saw Beal and he gets knocked out and will be flushed. Made in hand. Sorry, it unfortunately bounced off the windowsill. Ruben 5 HP. These accents. Quetba with a kill against Stat. Adrera and Caspitan killed by Syntastico. Missed off out on rank 12. Fairist finds an 8 against Souls, which just leaves Fantastico and Ruben has spotted Extens, but gets knocked by him. Very unfortunate. Fantastico now the last remaining player for ROC. Well, he still has the Face Clan behind him. Does not finish the job, but the car explosion does. Gilly with an 8 against GKDD. Well, over here, Fairy Tail might be facing off against Team Liquid, which would be the fight second versus first. And then the boss. Aniko gets a flush done. Purdy gets knocked by Annie. Should have been over range here. Luke will be going for the res. Sparking spotted. Rex with some shots in the direction of Annie. Takes a chunk out of him. Nate's in the direction of GK Esports. Second one isn't too bad. The blue nade though is a bit too short. But that nade flushes Sparrow. Hold on by Extens. Which just leaves Divix for GK. Barking with a knock against the doozy. Dante driving around as the last player for Hive in his BRDM. Don't show weakness. Halo is still waiting for his chance to maybe see someone from Fairy Tail. Well, Saucet finds a knock against Phil first. He's moving forwards. I'm not quite sure if James and Gustav really thought about that spot. Akatori finds the first one, and the second one was found by Saucet and therefore face eliminated. Besto and Phil still alive somehow. Not quite sure how they survived that. Lucrox and Beanie. Playing a bit of bushwhacker. And one of the only 4 teams which is still complete. That might change for Navi though. Besto takes it forward them. Flush by Divix. Sausage. Dead as well. And Dante almost takes out Extons there. But he at least gets the kill against Sakitori. Yes, mission succeeds. Dante gets the kill against Extons, and his BRDM survives as well. This means Navi is down and out now. Barking has moved forwards, using his coupe as cover. Well, Ascent has moved forwards as well. Aniko with nade in hand. Luke, well, that nade almost in front of him. Good for Team Liquid though. And he had a good angle. Gets a knock against Purdy. Showed himself too early. Defix eliminated by Beamy. Tristan Killy might need to go for the rest. They want to continue playing as full squad. We're down to our last 4 teams. 2 players left. 4 versus Pro. Knock against Annie. Conf gets knocked by Sparking. He goes for the flush against Brightside. Rex and Aniko still alive for now. April, the last remaining player. Well, might have gotten a tad of damage against Alo if he would have had more luck. Flash in the direction of April. Still hiding behind that wall. Last player for Fairy Tail. 2 players left, like I said, for Virtus Pro. And Lukerux, well, he now has a BRDM. Do the same things Dante did for before him. Sparking has seen Beamy there. Luke and Alo. Still waiting for April to make a move. Opening up in the direction of Ascent. As we can see, there's only 1 player in the circle, which is Beamy up here. No one else is in there. Barking is clinging to the edge of the circle, though. Crux has a good idea, but is now situated beyond or below Ascent. April spotted by Luke, and that's it. GG, well played. Fairy Tail eliminated on ring 4. Luke needs to move. I think he does not have to move that fast, but he has to move. Still trying his best, but Aniko with a great knock against him. There was emergency cover flare. Lukerux was a nice nade there. I think Aniko's still there. Yumi gets a knock against Braxco. Liquid already at 10 kills. Lukerux moving up. Wants to go and run over Aniko or anyone he might see. What he's shooting at, or if he's just baiting. If he's lucky, Aniko might be able to go for the res on Kili. Trying to get down there. Beamy and Lukerux have set their sights on him though. Well, at least Beamy has. Lukerux is more focusing on sparking. 2 against 2 against 2. Beamy now with a knock against Alo. More shots coming out. No luck so far, though. Aniko eliminates Sparking, and therefore Team Liquid out on rank 3 this time. But again, with the top 3 finish. Lucarux and Beamy. With the luck of the bolt, they can use the BRDM in their favor. 1 nade left for Beamy and Lucarux. Trying to... Oh, nice nade. Beamy gets it. Killer gets it as well. Another one. Oh, that's a good one. Who's on nade for Keely? Ascent currently pressured. They need to move forwards. Can't move like they would like to. Who's on nade? This is a good one. Pressure's me back. Oh, perfect Panzer by Keely. Lucarux nade finds Annika though. That's a 1 against 1. And this one is in favor of Virtus Pro. GG, well played. Winner, chicken dinner. Virtus Pro does this with 7 kills. More kills though by Team Liquid with 10 and 1,791 damage by Team Liquid as well. 5 assists go for the count of Virtus Pro. And after maybe those shots have ended, we'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 4. And there we are. Team Liquid building up on their stats. 55 points for them now. Then we have 40 for Fairy Tail, 28 for Furia, 25 for Don't Panic, 24 for Kike Esports, 20 for Virtus Pro, 19 for the BB team, then 15 for Navi. And with that game, Ascent advancing to rank number 9 with 11 points. Same goes for ROC with more kills though, so less placement points. Then we have Eternal Fire without placement points. They only got kills and 10 of that. Then we have 9 points for Hive Bushido, 7 for Twisted Minds, 6 for the FaZe Clan, 3 for the Missoff, and 2 for Toyo Esports. And now we'll hop over. Match number 4 on Tago awaits us. And as you can see, the teams are already ready. Hopping on the map. We can see the first half already dropped out, which are Hive, Ascent, ROC, and Bushido. Same goes for Furia, as well as the BB team and Fairy Tail, GK, Virtus Pro, Navi, FaZe, Eternal Fire, and then we have a bunch of players with Team Liquid, Toyo, Twisted Minds, Don't Panic, and last but not least, the players from TMO. We might have a hot drop here between Liquid and Toyo, it seems. Same might be true. VP and Furia will not be a hot drop, but this right here will be one. Team Liquid versus Toyo. Both teams know each other. NA versus SA. First shots by Team Liquid. Rocking with Shotty in hand. All over here. MX dropping down. Might not be in his favor. Might seem to know that Barkin is behind him. Not quite sure why he's staying with the K2 instead of the Orc. Oh no, he switched. Benja has a Shotty as well and is close to Sparking. Not quite sure why Sparking only has a Shotty. Oh, he's waiting for the push. Alright. There's an MK over here. Extended. 16. Backpacks. More than enough. Right, I guess. Question is, who will find who first? Purdy pushing forwards again. Checking the wrong direction. Let's see if he can find a good angle. Hello, gets a knock against MX. Finds the flush as well. Gets a knock against Capitan. Adira. Waiting for Sparking to move forward, both with Shotty in hand. Benja with Shotty as well. Smoking behind him. With a nice shot, and he gets a knock against Adira. Shotty jump shots. Benja fighting against the blue zone Nate and 4 players from Team Liquid. Gets the first one, but not the second. Purdy with the kill against him, and therefore Toyo is eliminated on rank 17. Quick elimination, circle shifted to the southwestern part. Kelly already knows that Annie and April are in front of him. Inching closer. Well, the scent has found Bunsen and Kraken from Furia. The Kraken is upon us. Rex, meanwhile, decides to retreat there. Bunsen coming back. They might have spotted Chris. Again, an unfavorable position. Well, over here, another fight was brewing. Bushido versus ROC. Fantastico might be back on his feet shortly, though. Nakyop had to get rest as well. Celtic still staying behind. Nakyop trying to open up the angle. Question is, will it be successful? Ruben waiting for Medbay, Medbay waiting for Ruben. Fantastico waiting for Celtic. Souls gets tagged, which gives Nakyop the opportunity to sneak forwards. Same goes for Crossberg. Well, Gisera gets a kill against Brexco. Aniko knocked as well. Very unfortunate for his end. We hop back to the fight between Bushido and ROC. Ruben spots Matt Bay. Celtic finds him though. One more trait. Souls with the Panzer in hand. Celtic says, alright. Let's trade. Oh, nice. Well placed Panzer by Souls. Killy gets a kill as well. Nakyop's position is known. Bay back on his feet. And that means it's a 4 against 2 now. Nice shot by Souls. He gets a knock against Celtic. That's fantastic and knocked, which just leaves Souls. Another Panzer in hand. Gets a knock against Nakyop. Matt Bay trying to go for the race. Or not. Trying to go for the push there. Nakyop bleeding out fast. Crossberg gets knocked as well, and now it's a 1 against 1. Souls versus Matt Bay. He's inching upwards 1 millimeter at a time. Now goes for the rest on Nakyop before he bleeds out. Gives Soul some time to heal. 473 damage already on his count. Fight in the blue between Bushido and ROC. Nice knock by Souls against Medbay. Flush confirmed. First kill for him after 572 damage. More like 573 though. Kill Celtic moving close. Well, we lose 2 players for Team Liquid. Trying to count for facts. And that's it, GG, well played. Bushido eliminating Souls, and that means RSC are out as well. Same goes for Team Liquid, if I'm not mistaken. Well, over here we have the fight between Virtus Pro and Eternal Fire. Schiller trying his best against Beamy. Might be in trouble though. Corexi coming in from the side. Nate against Beamy, not good, but the Nate from Nixie against Schiller is good. Oh, more tags against Sovereign. From Nixie against Count Marco. Nice Nate. Better position so far. Or better odds so far for Virtus Pro. It's a fight on range though. Building versus building. We can see some players coming back here. With April and Crossberg as well as Medbay. Furia also going for the recall. Good position for GK. Kitty would like to go for the races as well. With some shots in the direction of the BB team. Bartu with a knock against Gustav. The fight between VP and Eternal Fire is still ongoing. We're still waiting for our first or second kill. First one already happened. Same cannot be said in the fight between FaZe and Twisted Minds. That happened on range though. He's still hoping he might be able to go for the race. But he might be able to go for the chips of Brax, Aniko and Chris. And most likely get a car. Let's hop over here to the fight between FaZe and Twisted Minds. There might be more happening here. Hopefully. Shots in the direction of Vard. Nate in the direction of Gustav. Oh, nice shots by Bartu. Luzone catching up with them. Nate. Not good. And that is no fight anymore. FaZe able to retreat from that circle shift. Good for GK and the BB team. He's still waiting for his chance, but we can see that VP is although trying to watch out of that fight between them and Eternal Fire. Nice shots against Lucarux. Not really sure why they still can spot him, it seems. Kraken with a knock against GKDD. That happened on range, though. Western part of the map is still held by Furia. I reckon they're the only one who's still close to GK. Might be trying to get away there as well. Example now with some shots against Fax. Killing is found by Tarkis and is sent, unfortunately, eliminated on rank 14. Which means we are down to 13 teams. Shots in the direction of Quantin. Might be able to get away there. Question is, will he be able to get away there? But it looks like it. The B team still waiting for their chance. So far, no kills for them. Fairy Tail with 1 kill so far. We can see Tarkis took one of Bushido's players out in form of Crossberg. Needs to move forward though. Global Army. Get some retribution from Bushido. Different Celtic with the kills here. But Bay still on the move. Get into the blue. Naked knocked. By Tarkis, who gets knocked by Quantin. Right though. Well, that tree deflected that one quite well. Even though it wasn't really planned. Navi now faces off against the BB team. I have 1 kill and a knock already. I'm moving forwards in the direction of Molorok 10 for first. Pushing forward as well. Gustav gets knocked by Annie. If Vlad knew that Bester would still be in the building here. Oh, he had an AWM. He would move his ass. Vex. And Gustav out of the game now, which just leaves Vard. Who could still get the kill against Besto. Now wait, there's loot here? Still hasn't spotted Besto, and he gets on the count for Navi. Molodok with the knock against Example. Medbay gets a knock too. Against KDD. Should be second knock or third knock already. Nice shots against Medbay. That should be it for him. Nate in the direction of Divix. Not too good. Now the push. Medbay goes out against Spyro. And that's it for him. GG well played. Bushido eliminated on rank 13. Well, my sound is fucking up again. I'll try to fix it in the break again, hopefully. And hopefully it will work better after that. I'll also exchange the XLR cable in the break. And hope it works better with that third one. More like some kills coming out. Fights everywhere. And we are never there when it counts. Fairytale pushing against GK. April's Nate finds GKDD. Sparrow still quite close. Goes for the rest here. Question is CCI next able to see him? Theoretically, I guess he should be. Oh no, there's a slight dip. Nades by April. That's a good one. Enough to get the kill done. No conf, not quite like this. Pyro healing. Close to any. BB team eliminated, still first in Molodok. Found. Sparrow is now the last remaining member for GK. For the flushes, at least gets 2 before he gets killed by Annie. And that's it for GK on rank 10. Face eliminated as well. Timo fighting against Twisted Mind. Sparta quite close here, and that Nate by example finds him. And that means we're down to 7 teams, because the Missile was eliminated on rank 8. Eternal Fire on rank 7, which means we're down to 6 already. Rexy, the last remaining player for Virtus Pro. Gets a knock-in against Example. Before Batu gets a shot into him. First aid tries to go at least for the flush, but it's unsuccessful. Perfectix with the retribution. Hive now, one of the full lineups. Same goes for Twisted Minds Halfly. Navi complete as well. Fairytale left with 2 players. And 2 players left as well for Don't Panic. Question is, who will fight against whom next? Circle shifts in favor of Don't Panic. We're still in the circle on this hill. So they can just stay here and play. The same cannot be said for the other teams. Well, gotta correct myself. Navi can still play here. Fairytale needs to move. Twisted Minds needs to move as well. They theoretically, for a best position, they would like to play the top hill here. But that will be heavily contested by Hive. Everything else here will be up for grabs. Dory with the knock against Batu. Fairytale going for the move. Batu will be rest though. Don't see that anything will be happening here in the next few seconds. Anything major. So, Oh, that sounds better. All right. Let's see if we can find more kills in the match. Sausage over here. Trying to move forwards. Well, we can see... Oops. Cable in front of my mouse now. Twisted Minds moving forwards. Good position for Hive. Themselves. Trying to find an angle. Moving forwards. Nice shots against Example and Patu. Using the emergency cover flares, Perfectix and Lou are coming forwards. Dante find the nade against Example. And one is against Lou as well. Perfectix in trouble. Blue Zone pushes him forward. He's present, he gets a knock. Has no utility left though. Patu still alive as well, can see the car. And they find the third one. Dante, Schengen, and Presenti down. Which just leaves Rox, who's under heavy fire. As well. Well, that could have been better. Could have landed better. Rock's taking some hits by Twisted Minds. Tarkis gets the kill against Presenti though. Stealing that one from Twisted Minds, who are currently at 8 kills. 744 damage for Perfectix. Then we have 6 kills for Navi. Fairy Tail with 7. And Don't Panic with 7 as well. And he gets a knock against Sausage. Ups himself with an 8 though. Wanted to throw. Twisted Minds eliminated. Rox has found Bartu and Perfectix. And that's 8. Fairist is eliminated. And it looks like my mic is on the fritz again. So, switching that cable didn't help much. Rock's eliminated by the blue. And we're down to 2 teams. 2 players left for Don't Panic. 4 players left for Navi. And I saw Hakatori with the mortar. There we go. Ferris gets a knock against Tarkus, and that's it. Mortar finish by Hakatori. GG, well played. Navi gets a winner chicken dinner with 10 kills. 1,900 damage though by Twisted Minds with ace assists. We're gonna hop over for a quick break before we return with match number 5. And there we are, back again after a short break with the updated leaderboard. 59 points for Team Liquid, 51 for Fairy Tail, 38 each. Oh no, 38 for Don't Panic, 35 for Navi. Then we have 30 for Furia, 29 for Geekay, 24 for Virtus Pro, and 22 for Hive. And last but not least, in the upper half of the leaderboard, we have the BB team with 19 points. On rank number 10, same points, but more kills and less placement points for Twisted Minds. Then we have Bushido with 14, 13 for ROC, 12 each for Ascent and Eternal Fire, 10 for the FaZe Clan, 4 for the Misoff, and 2 for Toyo Esports. Let's hop over, because match number 5 is upon us, and we'll hop on over to good old Miramar. And there we are. As you can see, we are starting right here, close to the corners of Miramar. And our plane will come in a few seconds from this direction, roughly. There we go. 1 second remains. And there it comes. One more time after this one, we'll hop onto Miramar. And then this day of scrims will be over as well. The teams will most likely prepare more for EWC tomorrow. Because, if I'm not mistaken, the qualifiers are starting tomorrow. As you can see, first to drop out are TMO and the BB team. Following them, we have Toyo and ROC as well as Bushido. Then Ascent, Fairy Tail and Hive as well as Twisted Minds. Furia, Eternal Fire, Fairy Tail, Team Liquid, Don't Panic, FaZe Clan, Virtus Pro, Navi. We already had Don't Panic. And last but not least, there's no one in there. Oh, Geekay. Right. There's no one else in there now. Hopefully. Except for the coaches. Lucarix, well, bit close to... I'm not quite sure who that is, but I guess it's... Wait. Why is Don't Panic on the map with 5 players? I guess the coach wasn't really aware that he has to kill himself. Ah, I guess, alright. I guess he wants to drop down here, he wants to jump down here or something. Free fall! Well, that didn't work out as planned. Now it did. Circle shifted in favor of FaZe, because they are at the graveyard in a good position. Oh, and we already have our first fight over here. Spiton and Amex have already been killed. Benja, just a level 2 helmet, no weapon. Still staying hidden. Rosberg over here. Searching for him, finds him, and that's it. GG well played. Toyo Esports, again, eliminated on rank 17. Way too early for a team on that of that caliber, I might say. Because normally they are way better than what they show currently. Might be ping related though. They are playing from South America. So that might have something to do with that. The question, what would happen? So, theoretic wise. What would happen if Lucarux found the knock coach from Don't Panic and would flush him? Would that point get removed afterwards? Would it count? I mean, we're talking about theoretics, about scrims. Well, Batu has found Annie. And Brightside. And gets the first knock of the game against April. Might be in trouble now, though. It was 1 against 3. Don't knock the temple finds any though. Trading that kill. Conf trying to get April back on his feet. Right side trying to most likely taking the blue chip from Batu. April eliminated by Beal. It's over there. And, well, Fairy Tail decides to split it. And that's not in favor for them. Confound by Perfectix. Might be all too happy about finding the blue chip of Batu. I might reckon. Well, over here we see Brightside advancing. Rosberg just behind him. Oopsie. Not quite sure he's happy about that. Sandstorm incoming. I'm not quite sure what he's trying to do. Most likely will not be able to get the blue chips back. I guess he might try to get into the north of the circle with a supposed safe route. Well, we can see Pat Peak here for TMO. And over here we have our next fight. Team Liquid facing off against Scythe. Schengen flushed by Purdy. Fire pop against the rocks. Fucking moving up there. Made in hand. That should be it for Ox. Purdy gets a knock in. And that means Hive loses their second player as well. Presenti and Dante over here. The last two remaining. Presenti might be able to get the chip back. Liquid is already retreating. Sees Purdy. Decides not to shoot, at least for now. Sample and Perfectix on the move. Not sure where they want to go. But I guess they want to go to the crater fields for the recall. They're waiting for Bushido there. Nice tag from Celtic against that. Oops. Didn't want to do that. Do this. Focus on top of the hill. That peak might be lucky. Or unlucky. Depending. You can drive by. The same cannot be said for Twisted Minds. Sorry, with the pistol in hand. Ben with the drive-by against Basteloch. Susie from the top of the hill. Rexcon knocked by Ruben. All the way over there. Rolls with a knock against Moldodoct. Chris quite close to Santastico. Not really sure if he should push forwards. Well, Presenti was knocked by Lou. Until now, the last remaining member for Team Hive. Got as well. Spray not good enough. But he tried. Hunter makes an almost clean exit. Sent also complete again. They were able to get Brexco back. Right side still in the city for Fairy Tale. Did hear the car from Chris. We can see and hear shots from a doozy in the direction of ROC. And Salt with a nice tech against him. Pyro trying to hold down the fall here. While Justus is on the airdrop. Has found an AWM. Circle shifts in favor of Navi and Virtus Pro. Find an airdrop as well. One on the count for Lucarix. MG3 in there. I'm really willing to take that. I'm not quite sure why. He taken over farm building. Breaking now with a knock against Flores. Quite sure why he is not willing to fight this. Also trying to get an angle. DCCX gets a knock in. Flush. Barely survives though. Almost with the knock again. Out from behind is Beal. Now it's South America versus South America. Push! And that's it. Furia eliminated on rank 16. Now the next South American team might be willing to face off against On Panic. Turkish lineup at least took 3 kills out of that fight. Batu back in the game now. As you could see. Sun coming into the northern part of the current circle. I'm quite sure what Sparta's doing. Still waiting here. I'll be waiting for Bushido. Birdie, Luke, and Alo are currently at the graveyard. Global Army with a knock against Ruben. Well, the Sand is fighting against Bushido. Nice shots by Keeley, and he gets a knock. Headshot against Nakyop. Nico stopping. Matt Bay just above him, sees him. Not. But Crossberg does. Brexkill though is a knock against Matt Bay. Crossberg says, I'm gonna go for the race. Then goes for Celtic. Sparta gets a kill against Matt Bay. Nice shots against Crossberg. Are they able to get the knock? Yes, Chris is. This just leaves Celtic and Nakyop. Chris gets a kill against Crossberg. Celtic prone. Actually might see him there. Yes, perfect nade by Chris. Now Nakyop is the only survivor for Bushido. Barter still waiting as well. But he decides to retreat from that fight. RC takes out Don't Panic in the meantime. So now the BB team is shooting in the direction of Ascent. This is not looking too good for Brexco. Lucy trying to remove the tire of the bike. Brex bleeding out quite fast. Smoke's coming out. Question is Aniko able to get the rest through? Will Brex be able to heal against the onslaught of shots by the BB team? Who did call an emergency pickup? Killing knocked by Nekjop. Same goes for Aniko. Not looking too good for them. Nice shots by Brexco. Nekjop might be going down if this continues. He has no first aids anymore. Only 3 bandies. At least he gets a kill against Aniko. That's what he might have thought. Chris pushing forwards. Silent but deadly. 3 first aids still to his name. What with the car explosion against Pesto? And that's it for Nekjop. Eliminated by its Chris. We are down to 13 teams. Healy already on the move together with Brexco. First aids remain, flipping the car. Well, that's Dust style driving. The Matt in trouble. Shot coming in from behind. Bartu with a knock against him. Which is from the front though. But from above still. Lou also with a good angle. Has Quetba right in front of him. Sparking. Trying to hold an angle against Twisted Minds as well. Well, Quetba is still up on the hill. Getting into that little shack might be his wisest decision. Code Marco with a knock against Perfectix, but gets knocked by example. Bartu trying to go for the rest on Perfectix. Luke inching closer and closer in the direction of Quetba, who's trying to get for the kill. Has not seen... Oh, well, he might have seen Flores there, but Luke comes in from behind. And that's it. Luke gets knocked by Flores. And therefore, Don't Panic might have gotten the 8th kill. Got in the direction of Schengen, who's coming back for Hive. But he still lands, even though he's knocked out now. That might be a kill TMO might be able to steal if they have seen that. Drop a 4 Virtus Pro. Shots in the direction of Don't Panic. We can see Ascent close to Dante. Getting knocked by the Space Marine or Fax. Sparrow gets a kill against Molodok in the Doozy. And now it's just Brexco and Chris for Ascent. Nice shot there by Face. And unfortunately, James goes down again, Luke. Taking too long to shoot in the direction of Chris. Zone 8 coming in as well. Descent not in the circle yet. Mortar fire coming in. Just trying to move forwards. The Factix has to face off against Don't Panic now, and Tarkus takes a sweet time knocking him. Not looking good for Perfectix. Gets eliminated by Tarkus. Question is where... Oh, example right here in the middle. Circle good for Navi, as well as TMO. Rexco. Not able to get the knock in. Spyro gets a knock against James though, and Quithy gets a kill against Example. And that means that Twisted Mind's out of the picture as well. Effects found by Spyro. Drones behind the Jeep still visible. At least barely. Moving forwards, and he somehow survives this. Rocks coming close. Behind Spyro and Diffix. Well, Gustav gets a knock against Dante. Spotted. Spyro will be down and out. Yes. I've eliminated on rank 10 though. Well, we saw some mortar fire. Hakatori with a knock against Fax. EKDD tries to go for the flush. Ascent eliminated. More mortar shots coming in. Liquid was successful. Now we have our fight. Don't Panic versus Fairy Tale. We see the C4 in hand of CCR next. Was trying to arm it. Going for the push. Now VP is coming in. Don't take part in that fight. April just wait. What? He's dead? Oh man. Nice nade against Global Army and Tarkus. Pushing forward. This is good for him. Halo sparking. Luke knocked, and that's it. Team Liquid eliminated by GK. Driving right into the opponents is not the best idea. Beamy almost with the knock. April gets the knock against Tarkus. Nixie maybe disconnected, I'm not quite sure. Or he had to go to the toilet or something. Oh, he's moving again. Burr gets a knock against Tarkus. And Global Army is eliminated by Corexi. Getting shot at now by Geekay. Just barely clinging to the last centimeters of the circle. April eliminated as well. Justus still in the crater of Cantera. Gustav, last remaining member for the FaZe clan. Then we have Navi over here, which is still complete. Same goes for GK Esports, now with 10 kills. Holding the complete north of the circle. Death with a knock against Beamy. Will most likely not be able to get the kill though. Nixie already there, going for the race. Over here, you can see a C4 car, which unfortunately for VP. Did not work as planned. Gustav did move forwards. Another one. C4 go boom. No. Well. No C4, no go boom. Aber Lukerux. Beamy in trouble as well. He just does knock though. That now the last remaining player for Timo. Waiting for BMO to come through the door. Just on the outside. Maxi is knocked though. Being spotted by Stairs, who gets attack in. Nice nade against Beamy. Rexy will be back on his feet shortly. Just moving back, so Stat maybe can go for the race. Another nice nade against Beamy. Looking. Shots by GK. No chance for Stat to do something. And that nade by Nixie is perfect. Gustav though with the knock against Corexi. Nice spray against Beamy. Points his head there. Molly. That's not good, I guess. Oh. Not spreading enough to hit Corexi. And that's it. Nixie eliminates Gustav, and therefore we're down to 3 teams. 4 players left for Navi and GK. 3 players left for Virtus Pro. And GK has the advantage in this. They have the high ground. Oddly enough, that's not always in the favor of the team having the high ground. Divix and Sparrow want to move forwards. Trying to catch up to GKDD and Quithy. Which is one of the only parts in the circle GK might be able to play. VP is in the circle. Moving forwards as well. Quizzy spotted. Nice spray by Beamy. Gets a headshot in. Unfortunately, not more though. Nixie might have to watch out. Same goes for Corexi. GKDD now fighting against Navi. Tivix was pen in hand. I'm not quite sure why he did that. He wouldn't have hit anything with that. Or anyone. Extens has seen Nixie, but Nixie has seen him as well, though. Good thing for VP is that Navi and GK are holding themselves. So VP does not do... hasn't to do anything. At least for the moment. They can just stay hidden. Because GK cannot overpeak the compound, otherwise Navi will see them. Same goes for Navi. They can overpeak, otherwise GK will see them. Navi still has cars. They could try to breach against GKDD. Nades against VP are not good. If that would have been blue though, Nades, that might have been a different story. PKDD with a knock against Hakatori. Can see 2 blue zone nades for Corexi. No utility for Beamy. 3 smokes and a flash. For the Kurex. For Nixie. Navi are questioning their moves. It looks like they want to breach against GK. Or not quite sure. Trying to use the cars as cover. Circle in favor of GK Esports. If he wants to play the position GK has. But I know they are theoretically held by Navi, who are approaching GK now. Now GK is in trouble. They have to fight 2 sides now. Divix against Nixie, Corexi against Divix though. Last nade's in the direction of Hakatori. Coming out now, Busy knocks Spyro with the knock against Saucid. Question is, will they be able to go for the rest of Nixie? Will they just use him to scout? Spyro now the last remaining player for GK Esports. GKDD and Quizzy knocked. Luzonate coming close, and that's it. GG well played. It's a 2 versus 2 now. Oh, well done by Hakatori. With just these Corexi. 1 more now. And that's it. GG well played. Corexi finds him in the air. GG well played. Versus Pro takes home the winner chicken dinner with 11 kills. 12 kills though by GK with 2,335 damage. And 11 assists by Don't Panic. We're going to hop over for a quick break before I will return with match number 6 and the last match of the evening, unfortunately. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. As you can see, Team Liquid, 59 points, followed by Fairy Tail with 51. Then we have Don't Panic with 38, Navi with 35, 30 for Furia, 29 for GK Esports, 24 for Virtus Pro, 22 for Hive, and 19 for the Bad Boom team. On rank number 10, same points, but less placement points for Twisted Minds. 14 points for Bushido, 13 for ROC Esports, then we have 12 each for Ascent and Eternal Fire, 10 for the FaZe Clan, 4 for the Misov, and last but not least, 2 for Toyo Esports. And we are back with match number 6. Don't let the match badge fool you. We are in match number 6, not match number 5. Should be updated. There we go. And this right here is where we will start, close to the borders of Miramar. Our plane is already in effect. Last match of the day. Hopefully without mic issues. Because maybe, just maybe, I have found the reason we have those issues. First to drop out are GK Esports as well as Ascent. Then following them are Toyo Esports, Team Liquid, TMO, Bushido, the BB team, Hive, Twisted Minds, the FaZe Clan, or FaZe. Then we have Eternal Fire, ROC Esports, Navi, Fairy Tail, Virtus Pro, Furia, and last but not least, Don't Panic are dropping out of the plane as well. So let's check the map. It's not looking like we have any, well, quite close encounters here between the teams. Closest might be between Phil First and Bushido over here, with Preventi and Twisted Minds over here. But aside from that, well, Annie's quite close to Nixie, but I doubt there'll be anything happening as well. Same goes for CCI next over here. Annie already retreating, has found a building for himself. Circle shifts to the western part of the map. Quite central-ish about the church, close to Brickyard over here. That might also be one of the plots, one of the spots the teams might favor. Same goes obviously for that compound over here with the glass building. Because this right here might be our endpoint in the circle. First, coaches have drowned themselves. Flores is a first to go for rotation. Don't get over this. Don't drive this corner too quick, otherwise you might flip. But yeah, Looks good so far for Don't Panic. They might have one of the first spots in the circle. Floor so far has no loot. That might change. Transformers incoming. Not looking like we have movement yet. We have an emergency pickup here in Picado by Eternal Fire. But the one who called it might be on the back of the building. There we go. And over here we obviously have the Asperina. Good thing we still have some time before the match will go off totally. Schiller and Marco moving as well. So Eternal Fire decides to go by emergency pickup rather than using cars. That would have been an option for them as well, because they are not that far away from the circle. And they will lose mobility, but it is faster than driving. And obviously you can spot more. Right in front of them, we have Fairy Tail, Urea, and ROC. And this right here, they might see the cars, or they most likely have seen the cars by Fairy Tail. Question is, will they go for the top compound or trying to play the church? Church is still free. Top compound with the glass building is not. Will they decide to go somewhere else? Over there they can see the car from ROC. They decide to go even further. Wouldn't expect that. Well, Ruben, I guess you're getting some company. Ruben decides to dodge that fight. Shots fired by Eternal Fire, and they hit Ruben. But no kill for them. Five quite close. Furia now taking over the church. If I would have been in the position of Eternal Fire, I would have tried to go for the church rather than going for the top hill compound. Brickyard looks like the new home for ROC Esports. Haven't been here in ages. Here's good. That's a nice building. This one is way too open. But that you can drop down there is quite good, I guess. Fairtail on top of the hill. Good position for them. Both teams are moving. Aniko in trouble. Bushido says, we want your head. Medbay unfortunately finds his maker in Kiliakai. Same goes for Celtic. Go behind Neil Kjop. And that just leaves Crossberg, and he's in trouble now, facing off 1 against 3. 1 against 4. And that's it. Bushido eliminated on rank 17 this time. It's not Toyo Esports. While the Doozy now gets the knock against Chris. Aliko just wants to drive the Jeep first before going for the race. Doozy spotted though. Good. Oh, not Chris. I want to go to a Doozy, man. Alright. We'll go to Fantastico. And Fairy Tail. Man, Fantastico is in trouble. Those nades hurt. That one was right in front of him. You gotta kill though. 1-1 trade between Fairy Tail and ROC. Ruben already retreating says, man, it's not worth it. More shots coming out in the direction of Divix here. By Ascent. Might find the next player from Ascent in a few seconds, because Brex is already quite close. Aniko coming over the top hill. And that's it for Diffix. Next kill for Ascend in this match. Schengen quite close to Halo. Right above him. Has to retreat though, because he's getting shot at. We see shots everywhere. All the teams, almost all the teams, except for Timo, are in the circle. Perfectix in Montenuevo as well. All Twisted Minds. Pretty Luke moving forwards. This might be interesting. More shots in the direction of a doozy. Fire trying to get that knock in. Unsuccessful though. He was the knock against Kiryakai. Flush confirmed as well. Aniko tried to go for the rest. Oh, and now we have that fight here between Team Liquid and Twisted Minds. They found Perfectix, got that kill. We also saw another fight. I'm not quite sure where that happened. Syria and ROC, I guess. Justus might have a good angle. Sparta finds Quizzy. Spyro spotted by Justus. Trying to disable Sparta's tire. Nice nade by Stad. Might make it 2. And that's it. GG, well played. GK Esports eliminates turn rank 16. Well, Brax is found. By Stad as well. Chris now with the shots. Gets tagged by Stad as well. First arriving close to the match, who's just waiting for him to arrive in his house. Well, unfortunately didn't see the mat quite early enough. Bester knocked as well. It's not looking too good for the BB team. Phil first trying with some nades. Shilla arriving. Still unable to get the knock in. Bulldog should have no trouble getting Bester back on his feet. The same might not be said for Phil first. We're still trying to fight against Eternal Fire. Marco gets knocked. Nice shots by Phil. Sent eliminated by TMO. That peak successful. That should be Bad Boy if I'm not mistaken. Oh. Some damage against Phil first. Not enough to get him to die, though. But that nade is enough to knock him. 2 players left for the BB team. First of all, thinking about taking Moldodokt. No, wait. Back to their position. Over here, Toyo Esports. Currently, the team on the last place in the lobby. Even though we know that they can do better. Face moving forwards. Team's quite close over here to Navi. Well, Rox gets a knock against Kaspitan. Olorok with some shots in the direction of Sparta. And this might take a while before we see another knock or kill. Circle, like I said, quite good position for that spot around Brickyard. Zero knock by Dante Presenti, gets the knock against Purdy as well. Question is, can they flush him? Most likely not, no. Either already there, they're in the building. Should be save res. Not so much for Adira. Was way too open. Presenti on top of the roof here. Has good vision in any direction. Except for uphill. Good thing for him, his teammate is there. Circle shifts to the southwest again. Good position now. Theoretically for Caesar next. But also for TMO. As we can see, there's a lot of movement currently taking place. It take over those two spots here. Zara with the knock against Bartolins gets knocked by Lou though. Oh no, by Ruben. Killed by example. Bartu killed as well by Beal though. Waiting kills. Line over here might be in favor for Virtus Pro, who are currently playing 2-2 with Lucarux and Corexi down there. Depending on where the circle ends, this might be key for one of the teams. MX gets a knock against Dante, but gets killed by Rox in the process. Might be very good. Oh, unfortunate. It looked so good, but it bounced back. And that's it. Swanson gets eliminated. Rank 14 now. For Furia. Ruben gets killed by April. Benja, the last remaining player for Toyo Esports. Right side gets a kill against Beal, and ROC has been eliminated on rank 13. Which leaves us with 12 teams. And 39 players. So roughly 3 players per game still left. Annie with a knock against example. Over here. Oh. Where is he? Annie? Annie? There he is. Recall for conf. I'm still waiting for Banja. Needs theoretically to move. Next circle shifts to the south again. Good position for Virtus Pro. Good position for Eternal Fire, who are currently searching for a new spot. Quite sure where they want to go though. Positioning themselves below, don't panic. Global Army flipping his car, that's unfortunate. Not seen Quepa yet. So, not flashing Vart. Gustav, Fax. And James on top of the zip line. And like I said, that might become key later. But decide against that. Toyo Esports has eliminated Benja Dice to the blue. Face deciding to breach the compound below them. Which is in their favor. There's no one there. Dante now with the knock and flush against Besto. This just leaves Molodok. Gets a knock against Dante. Schengen has been spotted as well. Molly is not good. But the blue zone nates are. Ooh, Schengen gets knocked before he can get out of the blue. Very unfortunate for Team Hive. Accents gets a kill against Global Army. Molodok waiting for Presenti and Rox. Presenti trying to get the angle on him. Molodok hasn't heard that yet. Spray. Not good. Nate might be good though. And it is. Or not. That one though. That hurt. And that's it for him. Molodok eliminated by the blue. With that, our team on rank 11 leaves us. Which is the BB team. Luke has the last remaining member over here for Team Liquid. Last remaining member on his feet though. Theoretically, he wants to go on the res for Alo and Sparking. Actually, with a flush. Theoretically, still alive. Flush for Luke. Example with the flush against Sparking, and that just leaves Luke again. On Nate. Ooh, that bounces so well. Another one. Temple has to move. Not too far though. Oh, and the car explodes. Well done, Luke. I guess that wasn't really planned, but it worked out fine in the end. Shots from above, and Nixie steals the kill. Rexy already quite close here. One house over. Both have to leave the house, though. And over here, the zipline is getting used by Presenti, who, unfortunately, is killed by Beamy while using it. James. Trying to move forwards. Ferris with the knock against Andy. Corexy gets a kill against Lou. That means this might have been eliminated as well. Ferris gets backed. Oh, Accents almost got the knock there. Now from the side, VP. Tuning into that fight between Navi and Fairy Tail. Harris gets a knock against Font, but Brightside gets him. And Hakatori is eliminated by CCI and X with the links. Brightside might be able to go for the races. Beamy with a knock again, with a kill against Justus, but gets knocked in the process. Tarkis coming in from the side. But decides to retreat here. Well, over here we still... I just wanted to say over here we still have James, who gets a knock against Flores. Peak. Flush against the Space Marine or Fax. Well, James is in trouble as well. CCI next and Tarkus with some good hit against him. And I Nice spray. And the nade finds him, and that's it. A face eliminated on rank 7. Which means they at least get placement points. TMO still alive. Luke's still alive as well for Team Liquid. But I doubt he'll do anything worthwhile. Because there are no cars anymore. Oh, wait. There's still one car here. But he most likely won't be able to use it. There's a blue chip in the trunk. Quite sure whose. Still has 9 first aid, so he still has some time. I'm not quite sure I wanted to go there. Nixie has spotted the players from TMO. Nice tags. CCI next with a knock against Quetba. Link's taking effect. I'm not quite sure why he's not shooting the car. Now he is. Because that would remove the cover and, well, in the Schiller side, at least for a bit. You can see Sparta instead. The question is, do they see him? No first aids left. That should be it for him. At least he gets a knock out of it. It's 2 knocks out of it. Before Bad Boy kills him. Team Liquid eliminated on rank 6. Team O most likely will die. Except for Bad Boy, who needs to move first. But I doubt the kills against Dead and Sparta will go on the count for Luke. Well, I was mistaken. Nixie says, well, I'm gonna gift you those 2. To at least get some kills. Question is, will that be enough? Fairy Tail was on their heels. And they are still almost complete. With Conf getting another knock against Tarkis. This is looking way too good. Chilla might be eliminated now through the blue zone nade. No. Beamy gets a kill. Tarkis flushed. Knock against Nixie. Flush is confirmed as well. But Beamy gets the kill against him. That means Eternal Fire eliminated on rank 4, which means Fairy Tail against 2 solos. And CCR next finds Brightside. He tries with a nade. He's done with a nade any percent. Beamy knows there's someone above him. The angle against Conf. CCR next gets a flush against Brightside. Flash. Seen Conf. Conf has seen him, and he gets a kill against CCR next. Well done by Beamy. Has no helmet anymore, and that's it. GG well played. Would win a chicken dinner for Fairy Tail with 10 kills. Then we have 11 kills in total for the Virtus Pro Bears. With 1,690 damage and 6 assists for Fairy Tail. So let's see if we can calculate the leaderboard. We had Team Liquid on first with 64 points. 9 points behind them with Fairy Tail. They get 20 points with their chicken dinner and 10 kills. Which means 75 points in total. Liquid needed 11 points. They only got 7. So Fairy Tail finally takes that first place from them. Don't Panic on third place with 51 points. Gets additional 8 points for their third place with the 3 kills. All 3 kills go for CCI next. That means 59 points for them in total. Navi had 48 prior. They get another 3 kills at 3 points, 2 kills with 1 placement point. Means they have 51. GK Esports 46. That's what they had prior. They only got 1 point, so 47 for them in total. Virtus Pro were in 6th place. 11 kills plus 6 placement points means 70 points for them. That means 62 in total. Still behind Team Liquid, but at least 3rd place, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have Furia, 31 points for them earlier, plus 0 means they'll stay at 31. Twisted Minds had 26. They got another 3, which means 29 in total. Hive with 22. Got 4 kills, means 26 points for them as well. Theoretically, if Twisted Minds wouldn't have gotten those 3 kills, they would have tied now. Bushido had 20. They were eliminated first without kills, so they'll stay at 20. The BB team had 19 points, getting 4 for kills, means 23 points in total. Then we have the FaZe Clan with 19. They get another 2 points, 1 for the kill from James and 1 for placement, means 21 points in total, taking over Bushido's 10th place. Then we have Ascent, 16 points for them, plus 5 kills, means 21 points in total for them as well. They should have less placement points than the FaZe Clan, so FaZe should still be in front of them if I'm not mistaken. ROC Esports, no wait. Oh, that could be interesting. That could be a tie. ROC Esports, 16 points for them as well. They got 2 points, means 18 points in total. Eternal Fire had 12. They took home 7 points. Means 19 for them. The Miss-Off had 8. They got 9 kills plus 3 placement points, means 12. More than doubling their points, means 20 in total. And last but not least, we have Toyo Esports. They got 0 again, so they will stay at 2 points. And we should have the updated leaderboard now. So, first place for Fairy Tail was 75. 71 points for Team Liquid. 62 for Virtus Pro. 59 for Don't Panic. 51 for Navi. 47 for GK. 31 for Furia. 29 for Twisted Minds. 26 for Hive. 23 for the BB team. 21 for Ascent and the FaZe Clan. Both tied with the same amount of placement and kill points. Best game should count, and I guess that should be the match for Ascent, because they had a better ending than FaZe in the top 4. Then we have 20 points for the Miss-Off. 20 points as well for Bushido, with the tiebreaker being the placement point, the Miss-Off on rank 13 and Bushido on 14. Eternal Fire with 19, 1 point behind. Same goes for ROC Esports with 18 on rank 16. And last but not least, Toyo Esports with only 2 points. And that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the follows and the rates and the laugh in the chat. I hope you had a nice evening, and I'll see you again soon for the next iteration of the PUBG EU Pro Scrims. Not sure if we will have a lobby tomorrow. That totally depends if the teams are willing to play while the WC is running. We'll see that tomorrow. If we do have a good lobby tomorrow, I'll cast again. If not, well, you'll see me again most likely on the weekend. Saturday, PUBG Reddit's, not PUBG, the PUBG Reddit Scrim, PUBG Reddit Customs will be live, and I'll be casting that together with TGO, so stay tuned for that if you like. That will happen over on the PUBG Reddit Twitch channel. And last but not least, I'll rate you over to someone else. If you have any wishes, feel free to post them in the chat. Otherwise, I'll search someone who's still live and casting or playing in English, and I'll leave you there. Thank you for an enjoying evening, and till next time.